Hey everyone, my name is Mikey Sackrider, PDGA number 104340, and this is my In the Bag video for the Team Trilogy application for 2018. Let's jump right into it. This is my Dynamic Discs Ranger bag. I love this bag a lot. It is both durable and comfortable, and it fits all the discs that I need at all times on the course, so I really like it a lot. Let's start off with the putting putters. I putt with the Prime Judge. I honestly bought these for the first time back when I first started because they were the cheapest putter, but because I'm a spin putter, they actually work really well for me and they go really straight, so I've putted with them ever since. And of course, I had to get the really cool burst matching pair, so I really enjoy putting with the Prime Judge. Next, moving on to approach shot / off the tee putters. I don't throw off the tee often with a putter, but when I do, I really like using the Warden because it doesn't have a bead. This is a classic blend Warden. This is really straight, and I really like it because it'll just kind of stick to the ground right where I want it for approach shots. This is a really good disc. I also have a classic hard Warden. This is a lot more beat in, and it's a lot more understable for me, so it really comes in handy in the woods, and if I really need an approach shot to go right and stay right, I'll use this disc a lot. Next, I have a Origio Harp with a cool Ricky signature on it. This is a really reliable upshot disc. If I need something that I need to flick or backhand, especially in the wind, this thing will come out. Moving on to mid-ranges. I am really simple when it comes to my lineup, so I really like having just 4 mid-ranges. They do exactly what I need them to do. The first one is this purple EMAC Truth. This is my most beat up disc that I have. I've had it for a long time. It's very straight to now understable. It'll do everything that I tell it to. This probably comes out the most out of all the other discs in my bag. Gotta have the EMAC Truth. Next, I have another EMAC Truth. This one is not nearly as beat in, and it is a lot heavier than my other one. Has an ace on it, which is cool. But this is something I'll take out if my purple EMAC Truth is gonna be a little too flippy for me. Next, I have the ever so reliable Verdict. This is a disc that can handle a lot of power, but will always come back left for me. I'm a right-hand player, so this is a very overstable disc that I really like to use, especially when it's windy. Next, I have the Justice. Everybody should have this disc in their bag. This is the disc I use when I need to get out of trouble, out of the woods. I can use it for a flick, for a backhand, for tomahawk, for a weird roller to get out of the woods. This is a great disc to get you out of a lot of trouble. Moving on to my fairway drivers, I use the Explorer. This is the new Latitude disc. This is in between a mid-range and a fairway driver for me. I'll throw this if I need something to go further than my mid-ranges. I'm still trying to figure it out, but so far I really like it. Next, my other fairway drivers, starting from the most understable, I use the Escape, specifically the Biofusion Escape. This blue one right here, I've had it for a long time. It is extremely flippy. It's the most understable disc that I have, so it comes in handy if I really need that nice right-hand fade. I'll use this disc. Next, I have another Biofusion Escape, but this one's not as beat in. This is a very, very straight flyer. I use this one a lot. It goes very far, and it has a lot of glide, but it never leaves that really straight path, so I really like this disc a lot. Next, I have a very, very new disc that I've only thrown a couple times, but it's already made its way into my bag, and that is the First Run Getaway. This was the slot in my bag that I've been looking for, that I've needed to fill. Tons of glide, goes very, very straight for a long time, but it will always come back left. Very overstable at the end of its flight, so it's very, very useful. So I'm really excited to have this in my bag. Then lastly, I have the Felon. This Felon is something that doesn't have a lot of glide, so I use it for big skip shots, for big flare shots. If I don't want it to stay in the air for a long time, but I still need something overstable, I'll use the Felon. Lastly, moving on to my distance drivers, I only have 4 distance drivers as well. I love keeping it simple. Starting with the most understable, I have this Trespass. This is very flippy for me, very beat in, very good for sky anhyzer shots. Next, I have another Trespass. This one is my American flag one. It goes very straight for a very long time, so I end up throwing this one for my max distance shots. Can really crank on it. It'll flip up, go very straight, and always come back at the end. Lastly, I have another Trespass. This is my Hulk Trespass and is my most overstable Trespass. It'll flip up, but I always know this is going to come back for me, so it's very trustworthy, especially in the wind. And then my last distance driver is this Biofusion Defender. I rarely use this disc because I don't have the arm power to really give it its full flight, but I'll pull this out when it's extremely windy and I just need a massive meat hook, long shot. I'll pull this one out when needed. That's the Biofusion Defender. That's everything that's in my bag. Once again, I like to keep it very simple because the more simple I keep it, the less mistakes that I can make. So once I find the mold that I like, I stick with that and just kind of roll with it. Thanks for watching this video, and always remember to have fun and go throw often.